started. Okay, so thanks for meeting with me again today. So just a couple of questions about the culture of bodybuilding. So can you tell me how you got your start in the sport of bodybuilding?
Well, like we talked about before, this was 2010.
Okay.
Lost 100 pounds, then started going to the gym. We started a supplement company, and my husband took me to my first bodybuilding show, and I fell in love and started competing 6 years ago now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, can you talk to me a little bit about the categories that you compete in and how often you participate in competitions?
I started in figure.
Okay.
Which is, so there's 4 categories for women: bodybuilding, physique, figure, and the bikini.
Okay.
So I started in figure. It's a little bit more feminine of a class. It's a softer look.
Okay.
Not as muscular. They wear heels, which I absolutely hate. So.
Right, as you're wearing heels.
Yes. But then I did that for 3 years.
Okay.
And then switched to women's physique, which is a little bit more muscular, a little bit more drier.
Okay.
Which basically means leaner and less water under the skin.
Okay.
I don't plan to go to bodybuilding because it's a lot more muscle and
yeah.
I'm too old for that.
Okay. So, what kind of changes did you have to make to go from figure to physique? Excuse me.
More food.
Okay.
Heavier lifting. It's more intense. Put it that way. And that transition wasn't all that difficult for me.
Okay.
Because I trained with guys before.
Okay.
And I liked to lift heavy. So that transition was easy.
Okay.
The more difficult transition was going from the losing weight mindset to watching that scale go back up.
Okay.
Putting on muscle.
Yeah.
That was, and then eating.
Okay.
Because when you're losing weight, it's like everything's restricted.
Right.
Now, when you get into bodybuilding, you eat so much, it messes with your head.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that would be. I think that I would have a struggle with switching that mindset for sure. What are some of your favorite things about competing?
Oh, I love it all.
Everything.
I do. Everybody. Well, a lot of people think that it's all about getting on stage, but it isn't. You have to love the journey because the journey is so long.
Okay.
The stage is one day.
Right.
You train all year for that one day.
Yeah.
And everything that you do during that year is a build-up for that one day. So it's all of these little things that you do just to get to the stage. So you have to love the journey,
right,
in order to be successful on stage. Otherwise, it's
not worth it.
You hate 364 days out of the year.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't love it.
Okay, so then what does your normal week, like maybe 12 weeks prior to competition, look like versus 6 weeks versus 2 weeks?
Well, at 12 weeks is usually when I start prep.
Okay.
What we call it.
Okay.
That's when the diet changes. That's when the workouts change. So like right now I'm off season.
Okay.
I eat 3,200 calories a day.
Wow.
The same foods every day.
Wow.
Train each body part twice a week. Get 1 day off.
Okay.
And right now the workouts are a little different. So like the first leg day will be heavy.
Okay.
And like 6 to 10 reps.
Okay.
Second leg day will be a little lighter and more volume. At 12 weeks, everything goes to volume.
Okay.
Just because it's you burn more fat that way.
Right.
And the goal is to still build some muscle, but at 12 weeks, the biggest goal is retaining that muscle that you've already put on.
Okay.
The prior 6 months.
Yeah.
And losing that fat to bring out those changes that you made in the off season.
Okay.
So food changes, calories go down, usually only by a couple hundred calories.
Okay.
But the types of food will change. So like now I'm on a lot of carbs, a lot of fats.
Okay.
A lot of everything really. But then it'll go to, fewer fats, a little bit fewer carbs.
Okay.
Protein usually stays about the same.
Okay.
But yeah, everything changes at 12 weeks. And then every week it's progress pictures. I send them to my coach. And then we make adjustments. Usually at 12 weeks, we make adjustments every 3 to 4 weeks. And then at 6 weeks, it could be weekly that things change. And then the last 4 weeks, usually everything changes every week.
Okay.
And then the last week before you step on stage is called peak week.
Okay.
And then everything changes again. and it's, that week is all about timing.
Okay.
You add in supplements, take out supplements, add in certain foods to get rid of water or to keep your muscles fuller or, just to make those little changes that you need to dial in for stage.
Right. What is the stress of that peak week? Is that?
Well, at that point, you're exhausted.
Okay.
You're doing cardio twice a day, usually. Usually it's about 45 minutes of fasted cardio in the morning, and then another 20 to 30 minutes of HIIT cardio after your workout at night.
Wow. That's intense.
Then, yeah. And you're drinking 2 to 3 gallons of water a day. Just trying to not lose your mind.
Yeah, I was going to ask. That was my next question. How does that affect your mood? How does that affect everything?
It affects everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it helps to be self-aware.
Okay.
And know that, okay, this is a difficult time for me, so I need to prepare. So like two weeks before that, being in social services, I try to make sure that all of my clients have what they need. Yeah. So that week, I'm not getting overwhelmed with a lot of phone calls of them just needing stuff. I still do they have doctor's appointments. I go to them, with their doctor's appointments, and I'll still do that kind of stuff. But I try to make sure that if it's time for food, because we take food to our clients, I'll take that before. Yeah. Or make sure they all have their medicine, or if we're having problems with insurance, try to get that done before that week. Okay. Just anything to keep my stress level down, because cortisol. Right. It increases that fat retention. Yeah, so
definitely. Yeah.
Anything to keep that low.
Aim for low stress.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And then, having that conversation like with my husband and stuff too.
Right.
Because he knows the way I am.
Right.
In peak week. So.
Right. How does that affect your relationship then?
He understands because he's done it before.
Right.
And we have this agreement that, can I cuss?
Sure. Sure. I mean, I'm okay with it.
we have this agreement that, if I'm being a bitch, he can tell me, and I'm not allowed to
throw a fit.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's probably true.
That's good. That's a very good self-aware. Yeah.
Because usually I'm not like that.
Right.
And I know that I get like that during prep, and sometimes I'm not. Yeah. Cognizant of it. So, he has permission at that time to say, hey.
The one and only time.
Dial it back.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Gosh. Okay. So food changes, exercise changes, everything just changes. Everything changes. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And the closer you get, the more intense everything gets.
Yeah. So then what characteristics do you think you have that really helps, maintain that level head, maintain the like self-awareness, or do you have to tell yourself any mantras or anything?
Yes. So motivational videos are huge for
me.
Yes.
Really? All right.
Yes. I love Rob Bailey and Dana Bailey.
Okay.
What is his name? Now it just like flew out my head. Eric Thomas.
Okay.
And shoot, I see his face. Well, Kai Green is always he's my all-time favorite. And
okay.
He does a lot of motivational videos, but gosh dang it, it's from Compton. Oh, he just had a heart transplant.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
He's a power lifter.
Okay.
He made the phrase "It's still your motherfucking set."
Oh,
that is like
nice.
Yeah.
That's your That's your thing.
Yes.
Nice.
And some days it's one of those things where I just have to put in my angry music and ignore everybody.
Yeah.
Put my headbuds in and just go to work.
Yeah.
I bought a Wonder Woman hat.
Nice.
So I could wear it to the gym. So
nice.
I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh yes, I have work to do. Can't talk.
Nice.
So it's just one of those things where you have to want it.
Yes.
You have to want it bad enough to put yourself through that.
Yeah. So it sounds like when you get into that zone, you're super hyper focused.
Mm-hmm. You
can make things happen. Nice.
You have to be.
Wow. Yeah, I've read, doing some research for this, I had read a lot about you almost have to have OCD tendencies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Be really successful in this.
Yes, especially, the training, not so much.
Yeah.
Until it gets there to the end. Then it's like, okay, I'm not here to socialize. I'm here to get a job done, and I have to do this.
Yeah.
But with food, I'm like that all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody cooks my food for me. I do it myself.
Wow.
Sundays, everyone that knows me knows that's what I'm doing on Sunday.
Don't bother me.
Yes.
I'm prepping.
Yes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of food, I know that you have to have a pretty good relationship with food and not let that kind of overwhelm you. Like, have you ever had experience where you've had a poor relationship with food?
Oh, yeah. When I weighed 225 pounds, yes. Everything. I would eat anything. And I was drinking 4 liters of Diet Mountain Dew a day.
Oh, wow.
Candy and sweets. And I would bake all the time.
Oh, wow.
'Cause I like to bake, but
yeah,
I would eat it though.
Yeah.
It wasn't for anybody else.
Right.
It was
just
for
sat
me
there.
to eat, and after when I started to lose weight, I did go through a phase where I just wouldn't eat.
Okay.
So I'm kind of one of those extreme people.
Okay.
And I had to find a medium, because at that point, that's what also I was going through my divorce at that time too.
Okay.
So there was a lot of other things going on. Not just me trying to lose weight.
Okay.
But I do remember wasn't that long. It was only maybe 3 weeks, a month. And then I really, really started to feel like crap.
Yeah.
I got UTI and just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I had 2 daughters and I didn't want them to
see
pick up on that
right,
stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Do you feel like you still have any unhealthy feelings about food, or has that changed with the change in mentality of
it has
fueling my body instead?
Yeah. On a daily basis, yes, food is about fuel to me. My husband and we will decide, okay, we're going to go out to eat. All right, where do you want to go? Well, we don't care. Neither one of us cares.
Right.
Because it's just food.
Right.
We eat so much, it's just like, it doesn't matter. So we usually pick some place that has steak. Yeah. Because, that's something that we don't eat on a daily basis.
Right,
so
right.
We have steak. But, every once in a while I'll bake. we'll have cookies or something.
Yeah.
But they'll bring donuts in here. Of course, I'm going to eat a donut.
Right. If there's food around,
yes.
Right?
But it's not something like I used to be. Like, I would sit down and eat a whole cake.
Oh, wow.
And I did that like 2 years ago after one of my competitions. Ate a whole cake in a day.
Oh, my goodness.
I was so sick.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. So I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
It takes a long time. I grew up on sweets.
Right.
It was something that we did every single day. My stepmom made homemade desserts every day.
Oh, gosh.
And so it was something I grew up with. So learning that, that's not good for me.
Right.
And I feel like crap. So why do I eat this crap all the time?
Right. Right.
And so now I've learned moderation. I can have this stuff, but not the whole damn thing.
Right. I don't want to feel like garbage after I eat the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like one of those things where you have to learn.
Right.
Some people you can tell, but I'm not one of those people. I learned the hard way.
Right.
On everything.
Well, you're stronger for it, right?
This is true.
You've lived through it, so you know how hard it is.
This is true.
Yeah. So, have you seen unhealthy relationships with food with other people you compete with?
Oh,
Can you touch on that a little bit?
So many people think they have to starve themselves to get on stage.
Right.
And they do. I mean, I've watched these bikini girls, like 800 calories they're eating a day.
Oh my.
I had a friend that she had a coach, and he had her down to like 800 calories, and she was doing figure.
Oh wow.
And afterwards, it messed her up. I mean, it took a year for her body to bounce back after that.
Wow.
Yeah. 800 calories for 6 weeks. I mean, you can't do that.
Right.
You just can't.
Right. Well, and I'm sure that probably
her thyroid was all messed up.
Right.
Oh yeah. Her
physical, emotional, mental effects to her. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you get done with the show, it's like, oh yeah, I'm done. It's kind of like people that diet.
Yeah.
And they set this time frame.
Yeah.
They're going to diet for this long. And they hit that goal, and then they're like, okay, I'm done. I can eat whatever I want to. And, then they go back to right where they started. It's the same thing with a competition. When you limit yourself that much, you hit that goal, and now it's like, oh, I'm free. And they go crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then there's probably some type of immediate regret and
your
shame
body,
and
your body changes overnight.
Oh yeah.
Like gain 20 pounds.
Wow.
Overnight, because your body's not used to all that nasty food that you just ate.
Right.
So you put on all this water. And I've seen ankles, this big around, and from water.
Wow. That's really intense.
Oh my
goodness.
It can be serious. I've seen girls go to the hospital because of it, because they can't get rid of the water.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty insane.
And a coach is very important, but a knowledgeable coach,
right?
And somebody that's going to make sure you know all of this stuff before you get on stage. Get into
it. Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's making her go down to 800 calories, then what does he actually know?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I would question his. Wow. Well, yes. You have a coach, correct? What's your relationship with him? Him, I'm sorry. Is it him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is awesome.
Okay. Awesome. That's good.
I've been with him for 3.5 years.
Okay.
He's the one actually that pushed me to go to women's physique.
Okay.
I didn't think that I would ever be good enough for it. And he said, you train like a bodybuilder.
Nice.
You need to be in this class.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. He doesn't starve me.
Good.
During prep, I'm not hungry. He makes sure that I'm eating foods that's going to keep me healthy and not drain me.
Okay.
Last year we did keto, and I never done that before.
Okay.
And it worked.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I did get the keto flu, and it was miserable.
Yeah, I've heard some really bad things about the keto flu for sure.
But it wasn't terrible. I wasn't grumpy. I wasn't craving, and
that's great.
I held a lot of my, my muscle that I needed. I was full. It just looked good for the shows last year, and I can tell him anything.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, a good coach, even if it's a man, will talk to you about your periods, your cycle, everything because that's important when you're coaching a woman.
Right.
And he has 2 daughters.
So it's
he's
nothing
comfortable
new.
With it.
Nothing new for him.
Mm-mm.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And he's been in this for 25 years.
Okay. How'd you get connected with him?
He trains at Speece.
Okay. Nice.
So I met him at Max Fitness.
Okay.
Because he used to train there too.
Okay.
And that's where we trained when we first moved to Fort Wayne.
Okay.
So met him there.
Mm-hmm.
He's just one of those guys that when you first meet him, you can just tell you can talk to him.
Yeah.
And
so then he obviously saw something in you. He saw the drive. He saw the motivation and all that. Wow, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome that he picked up on that. And
he's just a really nice guy.
That's cool.
And knows his stuff.
That's important.
And I trust him, which is huge because I don't trust hardly anybody.
Yeah.
But I trust him with anything. I know he's not going to tell me to do something that's going to hurt me, or that isn't healthy for me.
Wow.
So he's coaching my husband now too. So
that's great. So he's not just strictly a female coach. He goes, that's cool.
He does anybody.
That's awesome.
All the divisions. He just coached a girl for the Kentucky Muscle a couple weeks ago.
Oh wow!
In bikini.
Wow. So it's all levels.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Nice. That's good. I'm glad you've got somebody that knows what he's talking about and isn't gonna. Good.
And anybody that asks me, I tell them to go to him.
Yeah.
Or Linda, because Linda knows what she's doing too.
Yeah.
So, they kind of coach together. So
that's nice.
If one doesn't know it, then they go the other way.
Yeah. That's I'm. That's hopeful that he's that you're so comfortable talking to him about. All kinds of stuff. So back to that, your period and all of that cycle. It's a little personal, but have you ever had any issues with that, or how does that?
I'm lucky because how long has it been now? 13 years, 14 years. I had ablation done.
Okay.
And my tubes tied at the same time.
Okay.
So if I do get a period, it lasts for like 2 hours.
Oh my. Okay.
It's like twice a year.
I'm pretty jealous. Twice a year, 2 hours. Sign me up, please.
Yes. Yeah. So
wow.
But I still have because I still have my ovaries.
Yeah. So you still have
I still have a cycle.
Okay.
Yeah. And he can tell now. He knows.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
Yeah. He knows my body that well.
That's awesome. Well, and even you, I'm sure you can tell
Sometimes.
Sometimes that's that self-aware thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not bad. Sometimes I'm just in the zone and just doing my thing, and other times
he can tell and he points it out to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let me see if I've got any, because I think I touched on all of my big questions. Have there been any relationships in your life that have changed because of your choice to?
Yes.
Okay.
So my parents don't understand it.
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't say it changed for the worse though.
Okay.
I think they see a different side of me now, because before I was real timid and shy and quiet.
Okay.
I'm not like that anymore.
Clearly, which is awesome.
Maybe that came with age, but I think more with competing.
Okay.
It just kind of got me out of my shell a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
My mom loves it.
That's
the way that I am. She doesn't so much like the way that I look.
Okay.
Because it's not feminine to her,
Right.
My dad, he doesn't care. I'm his daughter. He's gonna love me no matter what. So he doesn't care, what I look like.
Right.
I know they're both proud of me though for doing it and doing something that they've never done before.
Right.
So
That's a big accomplishment. Yeah. So do you saying your mom doesn't think it's feminine? Do you feel like in general people look at you a little bit differently, have a little bit different?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
How does that?
I've been told I have man arms. Women shouldn't have this much muscle.
Really?
Women shouldn't lift that heavy.
Really?
Yeah, even down to my hair because it's shaved.
Right.
And oh my gosh, I've been asked if I'm transgender.
Really?
Oh, most people think I'm a lesbian.
Really?
Yes.
All the stereotypes, basically. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, and then you throw in if I say where I work and what I do.
Oh gosh.
Then it's like, okay,
oh gosh, yeah.
You're definitely batting for the other team.
Right. Yeah. No kidding. How do you process all of that, or you just let it roll?
Care.
Yeah. Just let it roll off.
Yeah. I don't care. I just look at them and say, okay, so what?
Right. What
does it matter?
Right. That's incredible to have that kind of an attitude, because most people, get offended by
I don't care.
Just about everything. So
I was at St. Joe one day going to see a client. Behavioral.
Okay.
And one of the patients, I was standing at the nurse's station, and one of the patients asked me if I was there to see them, and I said, no, I'm here to see somebody else.
Yeah.
And he goes, are you transgender?
Oh.
Right in front of the nurse. Oh. And the nurse was like, oh my.
Oh, no.
I said, no, I was born a girl and I'm still a girl.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But thanks for asking.
Oh, all right. And then on he went. Yes.
Wow.
It's
very admirable to be like, you seem so comfortable in your own skin, and I feel like there's very few people out there that are comfortable with who they are, what they look like, how they present themselves, and it's very admirable to know that you.
It's one of those things where after getting divorced and being in that abusive relationship for so long, and being told, I was never good enough, I was dumb, I was fat, or whatever.
Yeah.
After I got out of that and worked on myself, I just thought, what, I put in too much work on myself for anybody else to be able to tell me that I'm either doing it wrong, or I don't look right, or I'm not doing something right. I'm doing what's best for me and what I like to do.
Right.
And I look the way I like to look. So unless they're going to pay my bills,
right,
or pay rent in my head,
right, exactly,
their opinion doesn't matter.
Wow.
So that's just the way I look at things.
That's wonderful. That's super admirable.
Well, thanks.
For sure. Well, thanks. For sure. There's just like even the little amount of people that I come in contact with daily, you can just tell when somebody is uncomfortable with themselves, and they just carry themselves completely differently. And the couple times that I've met you, I can tell that you're very confident, you're very self-aware. And it's admirable.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It took me a long time.
I'm sure, but you put the hard work in, and here you are.
It's just one of those things. I think being a domestic violence survivor, actually, that helped more than anything. Although the gym helped me to rebuild from that. Yeah. So I don't think I would be this person if I didn't have both of those things.
Yeah. And didn't overcome all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I think that is all that I have. Got some great information, and I appreciate you being so open with your life and your journey, and showing me.
I just look at it as what I've been through isn't going to help anybody else if I don't talk about it. So I appreciate it. Anybody wants to talk about it?
Right. I'm an open book.
I really am most of the time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm going to stop this now.
Okay.